Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today on Canadian Bacon segment for August the 10th, 2023. So today's been a crazy market. Once again, we're dealing with just Canadian stocks on this particular segment. And on your screen today, we've got the TSX, which, let me just bring it up for one day. Wasn't too crazy, but it had a good morning this morning at 9:30. As you can see, it really took off and then stabilized and then dropped in the afternoon. So quickly, we're going to show you some of the Canadian stocks that sort of piggyback on the American Magnificent Seven. So I'm going to show you how you can capitalize on the American market, but by just trading Canadian stocks. I'm going to show you some of my friends have these stocks in their portfolios too. I'm going to go over them with you really quickly, so you get a quick, hey, if you can just jot them down, a couple of them down, and just follow them, because I'm going to show you some of them have made 60 to 80% profit over the last year, so maybe more. So I'm going to go over those in a moment with you, but let's first check the news and the top stories. As of 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 10th of August, 2023. That's what we're looking at. Well, I like to check the news flow for the American markets, right? For example, gives me a good flow what's going to happen and influence on the Canadian stocks. So Amazon cuts dozens of house brands as it battles cost and regulators. That was about 10 minutes ago. That's interesting. Trending, Virgin Galactic completes first private astronaut space flight. That's very interesting. I saw this a little earlier, but this is 14 minutes ago. Chile's president announces opposition to lithium concessions. Of course, 15 minutes ago on the Reuters, copper miners fall as dollar decline slows. And did I see anything else really? Global warming, hurricanes, economic cost. That's not good. 28 minutes ago on the Dow Jones News Wires, Disney CEO says Florida tourism is softening. That's on the Market Talk. And I don't see anything outstanding today. I did see Canadian Tire had a problem. We'll show that to you in a few minutes. Tesla stock is up. Ex-CEO, this is an hour ago, Linda Yaccarino is helping, and that's on Barron's. So that's what we have in the news. Yesterday, Rivian picks up 1.1 billion revenue and boosts forecast. That's for Rivian. Uber, Apple revenues. This is 6 days ago. 81.8 billion. I remember I had them at the time. The stocks fell 2% on weaker iPhones, so that's old news there, right? On our heat map today for August the 10th, 2023. I put it all in green today. Took out the red stuff, but the TD's up a little bit, and you got the Royals in gray. As of yesterday, Shopify is up 1.34%. My monster shop. And over here in the right-hand corner in the retail trade area, you may want to jot a couple of these down, like Shopify. It's a little dicey. It can really punch you in the face. Shopify. Dollarama is another one that can give you a little couple body blows. Dollarama. But then you also can almost go on a little holiday on a fishing trip with Dollarama. Communications lately has been good. TELUS is up 1.49%. Rogers is up 1.2%. And BCE, so that sector is always pretty good. Love and CP, Kansas City, and they've been showing a good chart. I'm going to show you that on my top picks for the day for August the 10th. Enbridge is down a little bit. So on the financials, they're stable. There's your Canadian Tire. It's up 2% now. We're going to discuss that in a moment. And then we have energy minerals, the usual. Nutrien, that's a good discussion talk today. Quick little word on them. And that's what's happening with our heat maps today, right? So we're going to discuss 4 or 5 of those really quickly when we get out of here. On the economic calendar for the world, we like to cover that in case anything, whatever, there's a, tsunami or, ripple effects, as you already know. So for Canada, I don't have anything in the next few days until, let's go just right down here to, I think, to the 15th of August. And Canada has core inflation rate. That's all they do, core inflation rate. So that's their announcement, right? That is important, but I hear it's going to be promising and not a big influence for the Canadian stock market. A little backwards, you got Germany, Turkey's doing a budget balance, UK, average earnings, France, not too much, Japan, GDP, capital expenditures, Germany's the current account, Spain has a consumer confidence, Turkey, retail sales, France, harmonized inflation rate. France has got a lot of things going on. UK, balance of trade. So that's today, the United States is doing that right now for the Fed Bostic speech and Fed Harker speech. So that's what we got on the economic calendar. So not too much for Canada. Let's see. The stock screener, as I mentioned to you. This is current. I'm going to update it as of 2:26 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. Got that Auto Canada, and that's on my heat map too that I have, up $3.41 today, for selling at $25.15 Canadian. I don't know that much about Auto Canada, but it's an extremely strong buy. So I have 16 matches today for August the 10th. Under the criteria of $8 to $122 a share, strong buy criteria, and the volume's got to be over 100K, and that gives me my strong buy. I know you guys are really busy doing what you're doing, so I try to give myself a short list. Down the list, though, let's just see some of them on my hit parade, right? The SNC Lavalin, it's up $1.65, strong buy, and it's trading at $42.95. Bird Construction, NFI Group, that's on my flag list too, up 28 cents today for $11.59 a share. Translanta, Manulife is on my hit parade too, Imperial Oil, Vanguard, and that's about it on that. So that's on the stock screener on my hit list. Moving to the ones, part of the show real quick. So what I do is I input the American stock. For example, on your screen is the Apple here, and it's trading right now presently at $178.27. So over the last 6 months, though, I don't know if you can see that, over 6 months, whoa, look at that, up 19%. This is the U.S. stock, but watch. The one I trade and my friends trade, the one I seeked out was Apple again. Apple on the Neo at $26.61 Canadian. Over the last 6 months, it's traded upwards, 18.79% last 6 months it's trailed. Look at that. Look at year to date, up 35.28% on the Apple Inc. So you don't have to go spend $178.29 a share. Now, if you do the mathematics, through the ratios, it's the same move, the moves up and the downward moves, and the ratios are the same. It's just smaller for the Canadian stock, which is the Neo at $26.61. Another one of our favorites is AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, trading at $110.25. And that's the US, and in my Canadian counterpart is AMD, Canadian hedged at $21.41. But the last 6 months, it's went up 33.4% year to date. Look at that. Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom, 65.2% year to date on AMD. The Canadian friend for NVIDIA, Canadian hedge, trading at $40.53 Canadian, down a little bit today, but last 6 months it's up 93.8%. Oh, I don't even want to say this in English. Year to date it's up 183%. 183% year to date. NVIDIA. That's the Canadian hedged. Moving down, I like Intel too. Not a lot of volatility, but over 6 months it's up 13%. Year to date, it's 13% too. And that's the Canadian at $20.77. The American counterpart is Intel Corporation at $34.71 US. Over the last 6 months, it's gone up 25%. Year to date, 28% for Intel. One of my other, these are the ones that are actively traded, okay, is the Microsoft at $24.05 on the NEO. $24.05 on the NEO. Over the 6 months, it's gone up 22%. Year to date, 31.4%. No, I'm preferring to spend $24.05 versus Microsoft US at $323.13 US currency, plus exchange, $500 a share. So it's up to over the same ratio, 23% over 6 months, 33% year to date. Meta, I like it, not the same volatility, but the American one's trading at $306.33. And the Canadian side of Meta, the Canadian side of Meta is trading at $17.38. Over the last 6 months, it's gone up 73.63%. Holy smolies! I should have jumped on this one, but I didn't, because I'm always just like looking backwards sometimes. Year to date, it went up 148.29%. Meta, $17.36 on the NEO. Another guy that's on my list is Amazon, and the U.S. dollar is 138.41 on Amazon. And my Canadian guy that I've been around with for quite a while, for the last 6 months, is up 40%, and year to date it's up 60%. And that's the Amazon on the Canadian hedge at $16.80. Google, $130.56 US. Look at what I pay though. I pay for Alphabet $22.14 on the NEO. Bada bing, bada boom. Once again, we're up 35% over the last 6 months. Year to date, on the $22 share for Google, Alphabet, 43.96%. Trying to get through my list here quickly. I don't want to have you watch paint dry kind of thing. Netflix, US, $431.95 presently, trading at 2:33 p.m. Look at this. I get the Netflix at $17.22 Canadian hedged. Netflix on the NEO. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice move. Up 19% over 6 months, as you can see on your chart. And year to date, 44%. So just moving down quickly, I'm going to do a couple more here for you. Keep your eyes on the Shopify. This one is the Canadian one on the TSX at $75.38 presently trading, up almost 2% today. I like to keep my eyes on its big brother on the Shopify in the US at $56.16 US Shopify. Look at this dirty dog. Up 56% year to date. 56%, 6 months, 14.43. Nice. Banks, always good. TD Bank. These are Canadian. Everything I'm showing, that I'm trading, that we're showing you to trade, or you can trade, are Canadian stocks. Dividend, nice. Laurentian Bank, kind of bit me a few times. 6 months is up 14%, almost 25% year to date. Dollarama, as I mentioned to you before on the heat map, it's down year to date. It's year to date. You couldn't see that before. 7%, and 1 year, last year, almost 11%. The Maple Leaf, get your hot dog, get your red hots at 17%. Over the last 6 months, increase year to date 23, almost 24%, 23.97% for Maple Leaf, trading at $30.48 today. Have an app, Get yourself an easy chair. Leon's Furniture. Not doing so great. 6 months up 5%. 16% year to date. Sleep Country is taking a nap. Year to date, it's up 10%. Walmart, the Canadian Hedge. Look out, get your Walmart at $23.67. The last 6 months, it's up 11.55%. Year to date, 12.23%. Unfortunately, in the Canadian markets, I don't have too many things to trade, but Air Canada is up 15.9% year to date. At 6 months, it's up 2% over 6 months. Air Canada. I've had fun with Air Canada for a few days here and there, but generally speaking, it's choppy and not a lot of volatility, not a lot of action. Pizza, get your pizza. Year to date, it's up 7%. 1 year, it's 13% for Pizza, trading at $14.60. It's an upward trending stock here, as you can see. Not a lot of volatility, but I've had a couple of really good days with Pizza in the early spring. One of my favorites here, Amazon yield shares at $32.62. Ready? Hold on to your seats. Buckle in. 6 months, it's up 43%. Year to date, it's up 60.45% year to date on the Amazon. It doesn't have the same volatility as just your raw Amazon stock. And I like that. Cascades, get your paper. Paper's okay. Year to date, it's up 50% for the Cascades, trading at $12.81 Canadian. 6 months, it's up 41.08%. Oh, Shazam! Collective Mining, as I mentioned to you, I have a lot. Canadian Tire, August the 10th today. Whoa, it had a bad day. I don't have it on the super charts as of yet, but it had some bad earnings today. Let's see what it says it's actually putting it under a strong sell. See, technicals, strong sell. The analyst rating is a buy, and so they had some announcements today. Moving onwards, though, let's go to Manulife too. Sorry for the scrolling, ladies and gentlemen. And Manulife, if you like that kind of thing. Year to date, it's 7%. Over 1 year, the last year, over 1 year, it's not up 9%. It's not my cup of tea. Last but not least, we have, Open Text. That's the TSX at $50.23. I just like to have it there to keep an eye on it. Sometimes it can make money. Canada Goose Holdings. Oh, look at that, eh? It's I've had really good days with this, but over the last 6 months, it's down 12%, negative minus 12. Year to date, it's minus 7% for Canada Goose. And the construction firm, Asion, 16%, up 16% year to date. 6 months, it's up 1%. Not a big volume guy. But it brings me to last but not least, because we're drawing close on the time here. Thank you for your time today. Keep looking at these because I think they're going to boom. Once again, I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not soliciting any stocks to you. I'm just showing you, jot some of these down. But this Kathy Woods, this BMO ARC, Genomic Revolution. This one is not my particular favorite, but for the last 6 months, it's up less than 1%. Year to date, it's up almost 12%. But then we flip to BMO, another one, ARC Innovation, right? Trading at $16.83. Over the last 6 months, though, it's up 10%. Year to date, it's up 31.48%. And my favorite in the ARCs there, these are for Canadian stocks. Buy them Canadian, not the American ones or elsewhere. BMO ARC Next Generation, trading at $19.15. Over the last 6 months, it's 9.9% increase. Year to date, it's up 48.91%. So let's go to the markets real quickly. I like that. So let's take a look what we have going before we call it a day. And I tell you one tip, and listen, put a comment in my little thing if you like, and give me your thoughts on this, right? But this is today's date on the Tesla. This is the American side of things, right? Well, let me just shrink it up for you for 5 day. I got caught. I always remember putting in a stop loss. You know, people, all my friends, all my enemies tell me even put in a stop loss. I didn't think. I thought Tesla's was like superhuman, and that and Nvidia I thought was superhuman at one point. So I didn't do so. So I'm bag holding at Tesla right now. Let's hope that can turn around. Let me see if you didn't put in the stop loss or whatever. Let me know, right? Because I gotta know if other people do it too. So thanks for joining me on this August the 10th. And tomorrow I'll give you the next session rather. We'll give you some inputs to some more Canadian stocks. Once again, all we're trading is getting the stocks today. My name's David. And I hope you've had a great trading week, great trading day. Thanks again for joining us.